The religion of Islam, which has been the subject of a lot of criticism, a lot of accusations, is indeed a religion that since its birth within the Arabian Peninsula came and gave a new definition, a new life to the human situation. Islam came to dignify and honor the human beings. The religion of Islam teaches us that under no circumstance the dignity of a human being is taken away from him, even if he were to be a captive. A person who accuses Islam of a religion being spread by the sword, a religion that promotes violence and killing, should look further within the teachings of Islam and see that the religion of Islam teaches the Muslims that the person who fought you, the person who drew a sword against you, the person who wished to annihilate the religion of Islam and the Muslims, if that person is taken as a captive, also known as asir within the Quran and the words of Ahlulbayt, even that person should be honored. Not even the dignity and the honor of that person is taken away from him. The notion of al-asir, the captive, within the Quran and the beautiful words of the Ahlulbayt awaits أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على محمد وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين. I begin in the name of Allah, the Gracious, the Most Merciful. May the peace and the blessings of the Almighty Allah be with and amongst all the prophets, messengers, including the last and the beloved Muhammad and his honorable and dignified and purified progeny. Respected brothers and sisters, I greet you with the Islamic and universal greeting of peace. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. The religion of Islam teaches us the human dignity, or the dignity of human beings, cannot be stripped away from them under any circumstance. The religion of Islam teaches that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created the human being and He gave him dignity and He gave him honor. And that dignity and honor shall remain with human beings from the moment that they're born until the moment that they die. And even after their death, their names and their remembrance is protected and it's given immunity by the religion of Islam, for we ought to remember individuals through their good behavior, through their good days, through their good qualities. One of the most troublesome situations for human beings to be in is to become captives or to become prisoners of war. There is a battle, there is a war, and the winning party or the winning side takes a couple of captives. And this happens from time to time. In today's world, however, this was the norm on daily basis 1,000 years ago or even less. Where there is a battle, within the battle, outside the battle, one of the sides takes a couple of captives. After the war, the wounded are taken as captives. And then they turn into slaves. They turn into servants. They have no freedom. They have no lives. A captive is also known as asir within the religion of Islam, within the Holy Quran, and within the words of the Ahlulbayt. Tonight I'd like to focus on the notion of captivity, to be an asir, the rights of an asir. We find that the United Nations was established to ensure the rights of human beings. However, look at the religion of Islam. Don't tell me it is Muslims. Muslims have done such and such, and Muslims have done such and such. If you want to appreciate the religion of Islam, if you really want to know the religion of Islam, you ought to explore the Quran and the beautiful words of the Ahlulbayt. There you find how even a captive, even an enemy that had drawn his sword against the religion of Islam, is given honor, is not stripped away from his dignity. Islam was not just not spread by the sword. Islam took those enemies and gave them honor. Those who wanted to kill the Muslims and annihilate them, and then they were taken as captives, Islam does not strip them away from their human dignity. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Number one, let us look at the Quran and the notion of asir. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in chapter 76, verse 8, Surah Al-Insan, the chapter dedicated to humans, the chapter dedicated to humanity, to the phenomenon and the notion of insan. Who is an insan? Who is a real human being? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala there speaks of a family, the chosen family, the pure family, the family that we ought to emulate and use as examples within our lives. Ahlulbayt, when they were fasting for 3 days consecutively, including their children, and an asir, a captive, comes knocking at the door. وَيُطْعِمُونَ عَلَى حُبِّهِ وَيُطْعِمُونَ الطَّعَامَ عَلَى حُبِّهِ مِسْكِينًا وَيَتِيمًا وَأَسِيرًا. And they fed this captive, they fed this prisoner of war. As he came to them, he said, I am hungry, I'm a captive. Would you give me anything? And they gave everything they had to this man, to honor him, to make sure that a human being does not stay hungry, even if he's captive. A captive in the religion of Islam is not treated in a situation worse than animals, where they don't feed him, where they strip him away from his rights, they don't honor him with an attorney. Even if this person is a criminal and he is trialed during the period of his captivity, he's honored. His humanity is honored. Number two, how are we supposed to treat captives within the religion of Islam? The religion that today in the western part of the world you hear it's a religion spread by the sword. It is a religion that takes away the rights of women. It's the religion that takes away the rights of non-believers. It is the religion that takes away the rights of captives. It's a religion that enslaves others. Look at the words of Imam Amir al-Mu'mineen in regards to captives. And who were the captives at the time? The captives at the time were the ones who were endangering the existence, the very existence of the religion of Islam. He says, إطعام الأسير, feeding the captive. والإحسان إليه, إحسان. Allah in the Quran says, وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا. Your parents, be good to them. Allah uses the term of ihsan in regards to your parents. Amir al-Mu'mineen says, feed him, وَالْإِحْسَانِ إِلَيْهِ. Be kind to him. Respect him. Speak to him with kindness, with honor. حَقٌّ وَاجِبٌ وَإِن قَتَلْتُهُ غَدًا. It is his right even if he were going to be killed tomorrow. If he had killed someone, in the religion of Islam, his penalty is death. You kill someone, you'll be killed. But in the period of captivity, the person is honored. In the period where he's imprisoned, he's treated with full respect. Number one, he's fed good food. And number two, wal-ihsan ilayh, is his right. To be good to him is his right upon us. Al-Imam Ali says to Imam Hassan, salawatullahi alayhi, salawatullahi alayhima, peace and blessings be upon them. لَمَّا ضَرَبَهُ ibn Muljam, when Ibn Muljam has hit him, when Ibn Muljam struck him with the sword, the poisonous sword, and they captured him and he became their captive. He says, احبسوا هذا الأسير, put this captive away, imprison him, وَأَطْعِمُوهُ, and feed him, وَاسْقُوهُ, and give him water, on time, do not starve him, do not deprive him from water, وَأَحْسِنُوا إِسَارَتَهُ, and be kind to him during his captivity. Al-Imam al-Sadiq says, الْأَسِيرُ يُرْفَقُ بِهِ كَافِرًا أَوْ غَيْرِهِ. Al-Imam al-Sadiq says, Al-Asir, the captive, you're meant to feel sorry for him. يُرْفَقُ عَلَيْهِ, you're meant to be kind to him, even if he were to be a non-believer, even if he were to be a kafir. And last but not least, Al-Imam al-Sadiq has an extremely beautiful hadith. He says, Inna Aliyan, Imam Ali, who's known for his justice, who's known for his equality, who's known for giving human beings their dignity and honor, says, Inna Aliyan kana yut'imu man khallahu fi as-sijn min bayt mal al-muslimin. He used to take money from the Islamic treasury and spend it on the prisoners. Even the murderers, the rapists, the killers, the thieves, until they are trialed and they will receive their penalty, whatever it may be, according to Islam, they are honored, they are respected, they are fed. That dignity of a human being is not stripped away from them. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us the honor and the privilege to be able to enhance the reputation of Islam and what is misunderstood in regards to Islam with the knowledge bestowed upon us from the Quran and the beautiful words of Ahlulbayt. Wa akhiru da'wana and alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen.